you've been following this channel long enough, you'd have seen where I've had a chance to run my 2016 BMW X5M, which was a stage 1 tune, boot mode, against a Tesla Model Y Performance. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put the full thing here, but let me show you a couple of clips of that. All right, now you can see the difference. You can see how the X5M had its work cut out for it. The instant acceleration of the Tesla, even when you're doing a roll race, the Tesla just rolls out quick. Even from a stop, it's just working hard. Only time that the X5M could pull the Tesla was when the X5M engaged launch control. At that point, it matched the Tesla's acceleration, at least to 60, and at that point, I had a chance to run a Model Y Performance. Now the Model Y Performance was a unique one because it was something that I wasn't anticipating happening. I haven't done one of these videos in like a couple of years, but opportunity came up. I said, let's do it.
So if you think you're gonna win this time, you've got another thing coming.
We charged it up to about 95%, a little over 90%. So it was pretty much as fast, it was pretty much as fast as it was going to be. Especially with the hot battery. You know, we just finished supercharging. That's when Teslas feel like they perform the best, is when you just finish supercharging. They just seem to go really quickly. When I had my Tesla, I would supercharge it the few times I did, and I remember just leaving that supercharger, and I could just feel where it was just, the thing was, it would rip, it really would. My X5M was not a slow car by any means. I'm gonna show a clip where it raced my wife's previous C63 Cabriolet. Now the C63 had 469 horsepower, and you can see how the X5M just runs away from it. It's not even close. All right, now we're gonna look at the M3 tuned versus X5M tuned, and we're gonna see. And look how quick that X5M runs away. And it takes a lot of power, folks. It takes a lot of power to when a car gets a jump, no matter if it's electric car or gas car, if that, especially electric car in particular, but let's say that car gets a jump, it takes a lot of extra horsepower to not only match their acceleration, match what they had, then make up for the distance that you lost, then pull ahead. So the fact that X5M had a big jump on the M3, and the M3, once it gained traction, got its stride, and it came back with so much authority and just walked the X5M. This thing is pushing some power. I need to get a dyno. Right now I'm doing So we're gonna see. Let's get to it now. control. Let's see. Yes, ready? All right, are you surprised about the results? About what I expected. I was hoping that M3 would have held its ground a little bit more, but unfortunately, the reaction time, to try to time the reaction with the launch control, it seems like there's a second delay when you let off the accelerator. And, oh sorry, when you let the brake pedal, when you lose the launch control. So as soon as you let the brake, it's like a half a second delay before you feel the clutch engage and it just, launches the car.
The guests are starting to ask questions and I'm running out of excuses.
I probably could have experimented with different RPMs. I just left the default 3000 RPM, whatever it launched at. I probably could have lowered it, but my problem was if I lowered it too low and it bogged, or if I got wheel hop, I didn't want that. And I didn't want to go too high because I was already managing the wheel spin that it was already feel like it was doing the best it could for the surface we're on. BMW's launch control, of course, does its thing. BMW thing does, it gives up. So of course, in the middle of second gear, I am fighting for traction. I had to maintain what I had, meaning I don't start get crazy at the wheel and start, overcorrecting. I just had to maintain what I had to let it slide just enough to where that Tesla got out of the way. So then when I did let off the gas, it didn't, overcorrect and, give me some room before I didn't want to run into them. Last thing I want is to wreck my car and wreck someone else's car, because then we're, it's a bad day for everybody, right? Now, the roll race, now granted, we didn't go too high on these speeds. I would say probably about 100 to 120, at least for the M3. I'm gonna let you decide if I'm speaking to kilometers or mile per hour. And then that was pretty much it. I mean, I feel like there was no reason to continue to run the 150, especially when you already see the momentum, the M3 coming back. And like I said, I only have one camera angle. This is something I've done kind of impromptu, last minute. It wasn't like something that, I could kind of like plan for. But let me know what you think of the video. Let me know your results. Is this what you're expecting? You're expecting more? Are you impressed by the M3 acceleration? Do you think, driver mod? Obviously, I'm not a drag racer, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm sure you guys need to comment. Let me know about my driving. I'm sure I'll be interested to read those.
I would say he messed up. Let it go.
The only thing is, on the real world, and I'm just gonna say this in the real world, you never know when the Tesla's gonna go. You really don't know. The Tesla drivers, they like to flex. They do. I used to be a Tesla owner at a point, so I know what I would do. But they like to flex, and they don't do it because it's not like you don't hear. It's not like you hear them, their car, the engine engaging into a sport mode. You don't know what they're doing. It's just completely silent. But they'll pull up next to you, especially if you're in a sports car, and they will just punch it out of nowhere. And if you're in a gas car, sometimes you wanna go for it. But the saying is, if you chase, it's a race. So you gotta make the decision. If you're gonna go for it, then if you can run out of Tesla, you're gonna need a lot of room to make up what they've already have and then hopefully have the power to then pull them back in. But in the real world, the electric cars, if they put the pedal down first, you're at least, you're much lost the race, because you need a lot of distance. Plus, you gotta wait for a combustion to happen. If you're going from a roll, just the gear down from the transmission itself takes a good half a second, and those cars don't have transmissions. At least most of the electric cars don't have transmissions. You know, like Porsche Taycan is a 2-speed, but that's beside the point. And then if you're interested, say like this, say you want to see the X7. I haven't done anything with the X7 yet for us racing it, which I mean, I know it's a family car, right? But for content purpose, would you like to see the X7? This is the M50i. It's got the 523 horsepower, it's a twin turbo V8, run against, well, it's not here, but my wife's X3 M40i with 384 horsepower. It's the B58, and hers, obviously turbo inline-6. Heavy SUV, more power versus a lighter SUV. Let's see. Light challenge. 120 likes on this video. 120 likes. And at least 5,000 views. And I'll make that video happen. And I've done this before. My word, I man my word. If I say that, it's going to happen. If you want to see the X7 versus the X3 M40i, that's a mouthful. 120 likes, 5,000 views, and I'll make it happen. All right. If you want to see the full video where my X5M ran against my M3, click right there. And if you want to see my X5M run against the C63 Cabriolet, click this video. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next video.